Good morning. Good morning. It's 7:30 on this Friday. TGIF. I don't know about you, but it has been quite the week. We started off with Debbie, and that was quite the start to the week. And so here we are on Breakfast with Bridgett here on News 6 Plus on a Friday. But the weather, it just keeps coming. So again today, feeling in the 100 plus range as far as that heat index. So you'll want to practice caution out there again today, no matter what you're planning to do, but hopefully looking forward to a productive day. So we'll get over to Chief Meteorologist Candace Campos over in the Pinpoint Weather Center. And Candace, we made
Yes.
it. We made it. Knock on wood.
It's been the longest week.
I know. I feel it. So how are you
I
going to
mean,
treat yourself? Treat yourself, please.
absolutely not. I have so much to do. I have
I know.
so much to do with school starting.
Right.
I was telling you during the show that I made the mistake of
Oh,
trying
yeah.
to transition one of my kids' closets from like the
Right.
3T to the 4T, but then
Mm-hmm.
that dominoed into pulling things down from storage to move things that were Alessia's old stuff into her Sienna's new stuff. But I had to
Yeah.
also
It's
clean
like
out
that
Alessia's
meme that
closet.
says like when you had all this energy to like reorganize your closet and then it like shows you sitting there in tears and piles of things.
That
Or
was me.
like you're wearing all of it. Yeah.
That was me. That was me. So,
Or
I
crying
I
over the sizes they can't wear anymore.
I made you know what? I've moved on from that.
Okay.
It's like that's the newborn stage. After this is like, yeah,
Okay.
this is
You know
I don't know
what?
where
This
this
is good
name comes
enough.
from. Yeah, good enough. Still fits. That works.
Right.
Daycare, that works. But no,
Good
it's at
luck.
the end of the day, whatever you're doing this weekend, hopefully you have creative ways of staying cool once
Yeah.
again. So maybe cleaning out your closets, getting ready for the kids to go
Mm-hmm.
back to school in the AC will be a pretty good
Yes.
idea. So let's talk about how hot it is outside right now. Now, temperatures aren't as hot as they were yesterday, by the way, but still, it's going to be another scorcher of a day. We do have heat advisories in effect for Central Florida, and next week, back to school time, temperatures will be into those mid 90s, and we'll be back to more of that summer like pattern. Heat advisories still in effect between 10 and 6 o'clock this evening. Temperatures once again will be soaring, feeling like the triple digits, although our actual temperatures will be in the mid 90s. When you factor in all that humidity across Central Florida, it will be feeling more like 106, 109. Now, yesterday when I showed you these graphics, they were more like 110 to 115. So we have brought down the numbers just a little bit. And the main reason for it is we do think we're going to have a little bit more of an East Coast sea breeze today, which will at least help kind of keep temperatures not as hot as yesterday, but still a scorcher of an afternoon. As we look here, the clouds and rain forecast, we are going to continue to watch some of those scattered showers and thunderstorms filtering in along that west coast sea breeze, developing a couple of those bubble up pockets of some heavy downpours potentially, and then it will continue to travel towards the east. Now, that's when the East Coast sea breeze will start to wake up, and then boom, there will be that collision pretty much right along I 4. We're talking Volusia County, central and eastern Seminole and Orange, northern Brevard. That's really going to be that main zone of seeing our 40% chance of rain in the forecast. Then we'll start to bring rain chances down overnight and then ramp them back up as we head into your Saturday afternoon. So rain chances do go up 50% today. Same on Saturday, 60% there on Sunday. Speaking of percentages, we are increasing our chance for tropical development with this wave out in the Atlantic. Still plenty of time to watch it, and we will be watching it. Looks like we will have it approaching areas of the Lesser Antilles, Puerto Rico by later on next week, possibly as a tropical depression. But I know when we have kind of that graph there that shows that track, that we can always guarantee that it will be something that we'll be concerned about. The good news is here, at least with this situation, this one scenario, we're going to have that area you see there. I kind of highlighted in that orangey yellow circle there. There is that possible tropical depression come Wednesday, but then it looks like we will get caught up in some upper level winds, an upper level low that's going to actually push the system out into the Atlantic. Keep it out into the Atlantic. So it certainly will be a concern if you're planning on taking cruises. Remember, we were talking about this yesterday.
Yep.
Cruise lines are a little cheaper during this time of the year, and this is the reason why, because we're going to continue to see this progress towards possibly Bermuda. But this is not this Saturday. This would be next Saturday, so we have plenty of time to watch it. Again, as of now, as of Friday morning at 7:30, most of the computer models give it that nice turn, possibly as a hurricane off our coast, but not heading towards our coast. So that's will be the big difference. But there will be still be several areas behind that tropical wave that we'll have to keep an eye on. It will be pretty active. Jonathan Kegas in his WeatherWise this morning talking about turning on that switch, that tropical switch. We still got 90% more of those named storms to get through this season. But with that all being said, one thing that is for sure, we will all be waking up in a panic on Monday, trying to get everyone out the door, taking their first day of school pictures on Monday. Rain chances will be at 60%. Highs will be in those mid 90s. And Bridget and I have a little bit of a mom hack, don't we, with these back to school
Well,
photos?
you came up with this, and I think it's brilliant because then it takes some of the stress out of the first
Yeah.
day.
Take
Go
the
ahead and tell
photos-
them.
Take the photos Sunday, not Monday morning.
Because why not?
Why not? Listen, at the end
The
of the day, they're
little,
going to be
I do the little frame. You have
little frames,
the little
little
chalkboard
something,
thing. Yeah.
whatever the tradition is, they're going to look exactly the same, whether it's Saturday, Sunday, or Monday. But you and I will be here, so we won't have the chance to take them to school on Monday. So that's kind of our way of making up for the mom guilt that we.
I'm
that
going
we
to try to
have.
see if I can hack that. I'm going to stay tuned. I'll
Ooh, I'm
maybe have to
excited.
go mobile, or we'll see.
Ooh, that's an
try.
idea.
Yeah.
Keep me posted. I'd like to know about that. Yeah. But anyway, so rain chances back up to about a 60% though on Monday.
Wow. So are we looking at that timing being a problem for the start of the day, or just
No. Rain chances like that look like it's going to be more of an
later?
afternoon play. So,
Okay.
car line time.
Okay. All right. Here we
Back to
go.
normal.
Here we go.
Here we go again.
All right. Well, thanks, Candace.
Sure.
All right. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye. All right. Trooper Steve is getting ready for a Friday. I think no one's more ready for it to be Friday than him.
You can borrow these on Monday.
What is that?
These are the keys to results one.
Oh, all right.
I say if you need to go see the kids, we can maybe go for a ride on Monday.
Oh, well, there you go.
I'll
Hadn't thought of
pitch
that.
that. Maybe we could do something. I'm gonna pitch that to our MCC Tara and see what she thinks about that. I heard you guys talking, and you're like, maybe I'll go
She's
mobile, and
not
I'm like,
listening right now.
good. She doesn't need to listen
She's
right now.
working on
We'll
something.
pitch it. Yeah,
Okay.
we'll pitch it to her later
Okay.
in a more tactical way.
Yeah, or maybe on
But
like a like on one of those other school safety days. That'd be a good day. But we'll see.
that'd be a lot of fun. We
Yeah.
go visit your kids at the school and stuff like that. That'd be fun. Maybe go have
Not
lunch.
distracting at all.
Not at all. But Bridget, you are so right. Friday could not have come fast enough.
Yeah, what's up
I
with
am.
the arthritic like neck shoulder thing?
It's still a mess.
Okay.
You see me every four shot. I'm stretching so I don't look like I have a problem at the desk. And our EP John on Monday, he's like, "You sure you're okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine. I just can't move. But I did schedule acupuncture
Okay.
for Tuesday. So it's my first
Yeah.
time. I've never been to a chiropractor though, so I'm afraid to go to a
Mm-hmm.
chiropractor. And to start that, and some people are like, "But you're willing to put like 50 needles in your back?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure,
I
why not?
always
Let's
hear
try it
good
out."
things about that. I've never, fortunately, never felt like I had gotten to the point I needed to try an intervention like that. But I always hear good things, so hopefully it works.
Yeah, well, I'll let you know Wednesday morning if I show up standing or not, and we'll see how that goes. But Bridget, what's pretty cool is with all this back to school talk going on today, I am going to go back down to Osceola County, and I'm going to be over at Osceola High School. A lot of people don't know, I serve on the safety and security committee slash board for the Osceola School District. So when this stuff came up, I'm like, I'll let the reporters do their thing and let the other committee members answer the questions. But we're the ones that implement a lot of the things that happen within the school district. And Osceola High School is going to be the first one to be receiving metal detectors. Now, to a lot, there's about a 50-50 hit on this. Some people think it's too much. Some people think it's necessary. However, it's happening, and it is our job to kind of show you how it works. So today at 10 o'clock, I'll be down there with Superintendent Shanoff of the Osceola County School District, along with School Board Member Julius Melendez and the principal of Osceola, to give me a demo of what it looks like, how it works, and really what their goal is by placing this at the school.
And
So
so
that's
it's
going to happen.
random? Is it going to be random or how does
No.
Oh, okay.
So this is a metal detector for this school. This is the
Oh,
first school that's going to have it, and it's a permanent installation. So
okay.
100% of students will walk through them every single day. It is not a search.
Mhm.
It's going to just a detection device, and it will become part of their routine every day. Just before you walk into the building, everyone
Mhm.
gets scanned, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then we just did that story also with them implementing random classroom searches. And that's
Mhm.
another big one that's happening, is because a lot of people thought it's student based. It's
Mhm.
not. It is a classroom that is truly random because it's used by a algorithm based type of selection. And then
Mhm.
they pick that classroom and they conduct the search. So it
Yeah.
is a sign of the times,
Mhm.
but hopefully we can see that it gets results at the end of the school year, and we'll see what the reduction in behavior has happened,
I'm
and we'll see what
curious
happens.
too, as we move forward with these different security changes we're seeing, are they just totally getting rid of lockers,
You know,
because
there
of
has
like
been a
the
lot of
risk with that?
talks of that. There's been a lot
Mhm.
of talks of that, and I think the biggest thing a lot of students don't realize is, yeah, the locker's yours, but technically it does belong to the school
Mhm.
district.
Mhm.
So those are always available for search. I went to Point Santa High School, and I
Mhm.
remember seeing the dogs kind of
Oh
randomly,
yeah.
maybe twice a year, 3 times a year. They'll walk along the lockers and sniff
Mhm.
along the lockers and stuff like that. I never had a problem with it just because I wasn't doing anything bad, but
Mhm.
it was a little sight to see because you're like, is something wrong? Uh,
Mhm.
but
What
it's
were
just
they? What were they?
proactive.
What were the dogs like trying to pick up on?
So they were drug dogs, narcotic detection dogs.
Mhm.
That patrol dogs would come out and would just sniff and see if there was any contraband on the campus.
Hmm. And do we know if they can pick up on like these things? This earlier this week, we talked about how kids are getting these fake pills online, thinking that they're going to get some sort of high, and they're sharing them, and sometimes they're laced with fentanyl and things like that. Can they pick up on that stuff now too, or is that
So
just?
it depends on the training of the dog. So usually you have patrol-based dogs and then explosive-based dogs. So both a dog can be trained in both, and even weapons detection. There are dogs
Mm-hmm.
that can sniff out a weapon,
Mm-hmm.
and that's just so crazy to think
Yeah.
about. But yeah, so these dogs would be able to sniff almost like a abnormality,
Mm-hmm.
maybe not a specific fentanyl or something like that, because
What
if
about the
it's deadly to
vapes?
us. There is dogs that can now find vapes,
Because
believe it or
that's the
not.
big problem too.
That is a big problem, and at that age, it is illegal. And if you just wait a
Mm-hmm.
couple of years, you could choose to do whatever you want. But I think a lot of people get the misunderstanding that, look, you
Mm-hmm.
are attending class and you
Mm-hmm.
are under rules. You got to wait till you partake in whatever it is you're going to do, and that stuff at that age is kind of dangerous.
I'll take it one step further too. If you're parking a car on campus, hypothetically, is that also subject to search? We're just talking.
Yeah, we're just talking for a student. Most students sign a code of conduct and a memorandum of understanding when you are getting those privileges to drive your car to school. So what they're doing is they're signing the rules, saying, "Look, I agree to abide by all traffic rules. I'm not going to endanger anybody. I can only leave during these times, and I agreed to have my vehicle searched at any given time while on the premises."
Mm-hmm.
So if for whatever reason the school district received some type of information, they could either search your vehicle, or if you refused, they could have your vehicle instantly removed from the property.
Mm-hmm. All right, good information to know. So, and you said you're streaming at
Streaming at 10. I know you have
10.
an interview
Okay.
coming up.
No,
Roadways are good
no
this
interview.
morning. Oh, okay. All
Mm-hmm.
right. Well, I could give you a quick traffic if you
Yeah.
want.
Yes, please.
All right, why not? So things looking pretty good this morning, Bridget, on a Friday before back to school. I don't even have kids, and I can't believe we're saying this. Um, for Champions Gate to downtown, only a 27-minute drive this morning, which is really nice. And we're not seeing the heavy delay over by 535, just out there by US 27 eastbound this morning. Even DOT camera showing, hey, the traffic's at least moving out there. No crashes to report. Over by the Reunion area, if you're visiting us from out of town, thank you for watching us here on News 6 and having your breakfast with Bridgett this morning. A little further towards busier portions of Orange County, South Chase, Orange Avenue, looking good as you head northbound on the Florida Turnpike as well. There was an earlier crash on the Turnpike out by Consulate, vehicle fire, but fire rescue and the Florida Highway Patrol state troopers cleared that out for us. 528 east and westbound by the airport. We've seen delays earlier this week out by the airport, but before we hopped on here, looks like our flight times are looking good, but if you are flying anywhere north, northeast, you want to make sure you're checking on that because a lot of delays. The wife's a flight attendant now, so I get a little heads up on certain things. 528 towards Cape Canaveral, nice and clear in Brevard County. And then out in this area, Eustis, good morning to you. We did have an earlier minor crash. I can't talk this morning. Off of State Road 44, that has been cleaned up for us. And then we move back towards I-4 in Lake Mary, and the delay westbound, Bridgett, not that bad. So it is Friday. Time for everyone to get their mind ready for back to school. Next week, I'm telling you, traffic is going to look crazy again.
Yeah.
So whatever you experienced for the past 2 months is not what we're going back to for the next, 10?
Right.
So,
right. So
brace
be prepared for watching out for those walkers, bike riders,
everything.
The crossing guards, the backups. Yes.
Oh, we're ready.
Alternate routes are key, right? If you don't have to,
And
if you don't have to go by the school, don't go by the school, please.
Don't go by the school. Find a side street, cut around, take 3 extra minutes to find yourself a detour, something.
Yes.
So join me at 10 a.m., Bridgett. I'll be over at clickorlando.com.
All right. Sounds good. See you then. Thanks.
See ya.
Okay, so we have some headlines to get to for you. Tomorrow, Master Deputy Link will be laid to rest at his church, and so we'll be carrying that service live on News 6. And so hundreds of people are expected to be there for that service tomorrow. It's a week ago today that ambush happened when 3 deputies were responding to a disturbance call that had come in from a neighborhood, and this was near rural Eustis. So that celebration of life is tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. At his church in Claremont. News 6's Catherine Silver spoke to the pastor there about how they are remembering this fallen hero and, their brother in Christ.
Lake County is hosting the farewell to honor fallen Master Deputy Bradley Link, but this is a moment for all of Central Florida. This Saturday, inside Real Life Christian Church in Claremont, his service and sacrifice will be remembered.
Jesus is the ultimate example, and what he says is greater love has no one than someone who gives their life on behalf of other people. That's, of course, what he did, but that's also what Bradley did, and I think it's to be honored and celebrated.
Pastor Justin Miller is leading the service, what will be a celebration of Link's life.
This is where he went to church. Actually, 2 nights before he was killed, he was at our men's night here at a table, being prayed for and sharing about his life. And so just a really down-to-earth, cool person.
So he was a face that people would recognize here on a Sunday service?
Well, with that mustache, yes, that was the thing. So one of the things I love, the first time we met, I was drawn to the mustache, and I said, man, she must really love you to let you have that thing. And she just grabbed him. She said, I really do. It was beautiful.
Master Deputy Bradley Link joined the force first as a young explorer, a graduate of Lake Mineola High School and a military veteran. More than that, he was 28 years old, a husband, a son, a devoted deputy. Pastor, this community is certainly hurting. What is your hope for this service?
Good things can come from this bad. Again, beauty can come from this brokenness. And if God can use us at all to bring that message, not just to the people in attendance, but really to the community at large, I think that's a beautiful thing.
In Lake County, Catherine Silver, Getting Results, News 6.
That'll be a beautiful service. So you can watch that at 11 a.m. on our air on clickorlando.com and here on News 6 Plus. If you would like to watch that, it will be streaming live. We've also learned that one of the deputies who was injured in the ambush, Master Deputy Gargano, made it through a 5th surgery yesterday, and the other deputy, Harold Howell, went home earlier this week. We are going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with a little bit more news for you. Welcome back. We mentioned school starts on Monday, and some more areas are adding these speed zone cameras to the school areas to catch people speeding through school zones and then send out tickets. So hopefully that slows people down in areas where it's tending to be an issue. And so the latest city to sign off on these school zone speed cameras, St. Cloud. And News 6's Mark Lehman has more on how they did a study, and the results were surprising, and that's why they're moving forward with the plan.
When it comes to drivers speeding through school zones, the city of St. Cloud says more needs to be done to keep students safe.
The data that you showed is absolutely unbelievable, and I think each and every one of us needs to slow down.
That data finding during a 3-day period, more than 3,700 drivers were caught speeding during school zone hours. To crack down on the dangerous behavior, the city council approved a program last night that will use cameras to catch school zone speeders.
And then this solution is almost guaranteed to save a life.
When the cameras roll out, drivers who are caught speeding will be sent a $100 ticket in the mail. Eustis began using the system in April and caught 1,300 speeders in the first 5 weeks. The cameras are also set to go online when school starts in Palm Bay and Leesburg.
The safety of the students and the crossing guards here in St. Cloud is a top priority, so very excited to move this forward.
Now St. Cloud council members say they're eager to join that list.
And listen, that's one more reason that you don't want to go around those school areas if you don't have to, right? Well, we've been following a story that has everybody excited around here. The Lake Mary All-Stars are now in Pennsylvania getting ready for the Little League World Series. It is so exciting. And we were there yesterday when the team shipped off. And so they are hoping to become the first Florida Little League to take it all, because we've had a handful of teams make it to the Little League World Series, but no one's been the champion just yet. But we got a good feeling about this year, right? We checked the first pitch in the series being thrown out Wednesday night at 7. And we're going to keep you covered on this because News 6 anchor Justin Wormuth is going to be there following the All-Stars in this national spotlight at the Little League World Series. So he'll have updates starting next week on what's happening up there. So stay tuned on that one. Now we want to get to scenic beauty. Endless summer. We know it is hot around here, but Central Florida is a runner's town. We love it around here, but it takes support to get up and going. That's where, running clubs and groups come in. So News 6 anchor and insider guide Crystal Moyer, who has been on vacation, she'll be back on Monday, explains that the mission of one running group and a longtime Central Florida sporting goods store is to get more people going.
I know it's hot outside, but there is a large community of runners here in Central Florida. I'm News 6 anchor and insider guide Crystal Moyer, and this community is encouraging people of all abilities to lace up their shoes and get running.
I am not athletic at all. I started out last year just walking with the group.
Astrid Hill says there are dozens of running clubs locally, and Black Girls Run has motivated her to start her fitness journey hitting the pavement with a group of local women.
It's just an accountability thing. Their motto is no woman left behind, and they're absolutely true to that. They're there pushing you, you can do it, hyping you up.
Now Astrid is running 5Ks each month, training to improve her time and distance.
What do you feel when you're running? What's going through your mind?
First, it's why am I doing this again? And then once you get in that groove, it's like, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this.
What do you get out of running?
First of all, my mental health, I'm not even going to pretend that. It feels good. It's just a release.
Many of the races Astrid runs are organized by Track Shack in Orlando, the company celebrating 47 years of bringing together runners from all over the country, even hosting the Olympic qualifiers this past year for distance runners. VP of Operations Chris Hughes.
It was just incredible to have kind of the entire really national distance running community of enthusiasts come together to our hometown and get to see our run community that I think that helped put it on the map and made people realize Orlando is a running town and people are so passionate here.
Later this month, Track Shack will host its annual celebration of Runners 5K in Orlando, and Astrid will be there with hundreds of other runners with the common goal of crossing that finish line.
It's the best feeling ever. I almost always cry at the finish line. It's the weirdest thing, and then you get like such a rush. And when you accomplish that, it just feels so good, like you did it. Whether you're running, walking, or wogging, doing a little bit of both, just get up and move. Just get up and move.
If you want to participate in Track Shack's Celebration 5K on August 17th, we're giving away 5 free registrations. Just head to clickorlando.com/insider to enter. From Orlando, Crystal Moyer, Getting Results, News 6.
Very nice, very nice. And you know what? We are also giving away tickets to Coke Zero Sugar 400. So you want to enter now for a chance to win. And we'll be giving away 2 tickets to a driver meet and greet experience at the race and 8 secondary prizes, including 2 tickets to the Wawa 250 and the race. You do have to be an insider to register to win these contests. That's free to sign up. Head to clickorlando.com/insider for your chance to win. And that's going to wrap it up for breakfast this morning on News 6 Plus. And I'll see you back here on Monday. And I'll see you a little bit later today for News 6 at noon. Take care. Stay cool.